Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, did you hear Trump is still going on about Canada? And I just did a reading about Harry and his visa and Canada and the King, or the King. And it got me thinking, if Trump wants Canada, he would have to go to war with the UK. Like, I don't think a lot of Americans realize how much the Crown, maybe not the UK, but the Crown owns Canada. Our land is called Crown land. We pay royalties to the Crown to live on the Crown land. We have Court of King's Bench. We are a constitutional monarchy. You can't just come in and say, I want Canada. The King actually owns the Crown land, not Canada, believe it or not. And I know a lot of people say that's not true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. When William and Catherine come to Canada, William's saying to Catherine, one day all of this will be ours. Oh, yet I digress. Anyway, so I'm going to do a reading here. I'm going to put, and we're going to ask the cards, will Canada ever become the United States? Because first things first, this isn't the 1500s. You just don't put a flag and say this is ours now. There's so much to go through on that. Canada would have to undo the monarchy first and foremost, and I doubt that will happen. I shouldn't say, who knows? Now, could certain provinces leave Canada and then go to the States? Absolutely. That's really big on Alberta's agenda, and I could see Trump wanting Alberta because of our vast resources and cool people too. So anyways, let's do a read. So I'm going to do Canada on the top, so which is the general population, Canada as a society, as a country on the top. I'm going to do Trump in the middle, and I'm going to do the King on the bottom. Is the King going to let Canada go? Now, as a Commonwealth country, we can leave the Commonwealth, but undoing the monarchy is quite a different story. Okay, so upright positives, reversals, negative. Canada on the top, Trump in the middle, the King on the bottom here. Who will win this one? Who has the upper hand? Will Canada ever become United States? Will the King let Canada go? Ooh, the Star-Spangled Banner, Temperance, Queen of Pentacles. Huh. I wonder if he'd let some of it go, a compromise, perhaps. Canada on top, Trump in the middle, the King on the bottom, upright positive, reversals negative. Let's do, wow. Yeah, cards are ready. Here we go. Canada as a country, the people, strength. Well, that's good, but strength through the monarchy. Justice. Oh, there's Trump's got justice. So we got some strong contenders. Oh, Wheel of Fortune in reverse for the King. Uh-oh. Like I said, Canada's got vast resources at the King's disposal. Let me just lay out the rest of the cards. There's the Temperance again. Wow, look at the ending cards. Big ending cards. Wow, a divorce. Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, Canada. 1, 2, 3. 3 upright. So that Canada's strength. Let's see Trump's strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Let's see the king's strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this definitely would be between the king and Trump. I think Canada's only strength is the fact that we have a monarchy, that you can't just come in here. You know, the king, the British royal family, aka UK, have something to say about this. I think that um, the betrayal here, I think some Canadians would feel it as a betrayal to become American. I think some people feel that if we were to um, leave Canada, it would be a ruin for us. It'd be ruin. I think that other people, I think people are split. I think it's a 50-50. That people think, yeah, that's our way future, our future forward. I don't think a lot of people believe that it will happen, but I think perhaps some people would leave Canada for the United States. All right, so let's see Trump. Trump feels he's got the law on his side. And, I think that, who Trump is talking to? The people who feel outside of what's going on in Canada. And somebody said a quote, a Canadian said a quote, said, I don't even feel like this is my country anymore. And I think that's who Trump is playing to. The people who feel like outsiders in their own country. The money that people, the poor, not poor people who are struggling with money, people who are struggling with healthcare. I think that's who Trump is talking to. And he speaks a lot of truth, but I don't know how much he wants to go forward with this, with the sun in reverse. I think he's more or less with the king, the Knight of Swords here is attacking with words. Or, he's working so fast at getting things going. He may be getting people all riled up that this could actually happen, and they would become wealthier and they would be unburdened by what has been. I think that's what he's looking at. You want to be wealthy? I'll unburden you. Will you pay less taxes? And this is also military. We'll look after you. We look after you anyways. And Trump is speaking some truth. He absolutely is speaking some truth. Does he want to go forward with it right now? I don't think so, not with the sun in reverse. I think he's speaking to the people, to the Canadian people who have had enough of what's going on with our government. He is speaking to the people who are struggling with inflation and trying to make ends meet. We're struggling with our health care. 2 years, to get to see a specialist is a long time to live with a health issue. Also look at this is the snow, this is the cold. He's talking to people who are out in the cold who don't feel like their government is listening to them, who don't even feel like they live in their own country anymore. So he's appealing to the right people. Absolutely. He's showing them you can be wealthy. We'll protect you with our military. We'll, unburden you with this tariff that's coming in. Does he really want to do it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of he's definitely nailed the truth. Definitely nailed the truth. But with this sun in reverse, I'm thinking that it maybe it's down the road, but it's in the dark right now. He's got other problems. He's like, I got to fix my own country first. Now, here's the king. The king with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. He's like, oh, this isn't good for me. This is going to make me look weak if I don't address this or do something with this. I think the king is going to do something foolish. I think he is, of course, we've got two angels here and we have temperance and judgment up here. So I think he wants to do diplomacy. Of course, right? He wants to do it properly. He wants to speak peacefully. But I think that in some respects, he's like, this doesn't look good on me. Like, this is making me look weak. That somebody could come in and say something about a country that I'm the monarch. He is. He's the monarch of Canada. His face is on our money. His mother's face is on all our money. Um, and so by Trump doing that with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it makes the king look in a weakened position, that he's not speaking up and saying something. And he could even say something lighthearted. He doesn't have to start, a war over it. He could say, even something like I said, like, this isn't the 1500s. You can't just come and plunk your flag on my land and say it's mine. I think he's, by not saying anything, or he's going to say something really foolish, or Trump is going to make him look foolish. Definitely, Trump is going to make him look foolish, or he's going to say something foolish, and it will, he might expose some kind of secret. I think he's going to say something that it's going to be surprisingly dumb. It might even really upset Trump. And then, like, or it's surprising he doesn't say anything, right? Never complain, never explain. Maybe that's what is going to be surprising, that he doesn't say anything. And I think in some respects, the people may want him to say something. Maybe that's the betrayal. It's like, well, what's the good of you if you aren't going to protect us? I think there's something else secret going on behind the scenes here. I wonder if it's about Harry, about moving Harry, about Harry's visa, about moving Harry to Canada, perhaps. There's something secret going on behind the scenes. There definitely is. Surprising secrets going on behind the scenes. So I think that maybe they're going to trade. Like I said, maybe they're going to trade Harry for Canada. No, I'm just kidding. They'd never do that. He's not making the right move, whatever it is, or he's the one who's going to look like the fool. I do not like this fool card in the middle. The truth is going to make the king look foolish. It's actually going to really turn some of his fortunes around. Or by not saying anything and letting Trump go on and on and on that he's taking Canada, that could also be foolish. That he's not responding to it in any way. It may make him look weak in the eyes of the world, or the eyes of Canadians. I think the Canadians are feeling very betrayed and feeling very vulnerable. They're thinking. I actually think the Canadians are thinking, "Where's our monarchy?" This might set off a whole new game about, is a monarch, do we need a monarchy in Canada? What's the point? If they can't protect us from other people coming in and wanting to take us over, what's the point? Why do we have a Royal Air Force? Why do we have Royal Navy? I really think there's something here that if the king doesn't act, I think we might start to see a loud call for the end of the monarchy in Canada. The feeling of betrayal from the monarchy. How come you aren't protecting us? How come you aren't standing up for us? For the 50% who don't want to become American. I actually think it's higher than that, but look at that. The clock agrees with me. Maybe that's Trump's patience here. Maybe he's waiting for the Canadians to kick out the monarchy, to end the monarchy, right? Here's the end of the monarchy. looking forward to the future. Here's the Canadians kicking out the monarchy, and he's waiting for that day, and then he'll come in and take Canada. Something is definitely going to divorce here. So whether it's the US UK relations, whether it's the king in Canada, whether it's something, there's something ending here big time. And I remember I did that reading. I think it's like 100 years in the future, and Canada and the US are at war. People were shocked by that, but can you see that happening now? All right. Well, thank you very much for sticking around for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and all the other fun stuff. Hey, you know what to do. See you in the next one.